Okay. Alright, looks like we're live. Evening, everyone. How are you? Alright, how's everybody? I'm Professor McCoy. Welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. Merry Christmas, everyone. Very, very Merry Christmas. Alright. So, well, too much more delay. Let's get back into some things. Now that it is actually Christmas time, finally. I'm okay moving on and actually advancing the plot of the game at some point beyond wintertime. Despite the fact that it is barely the beginning of winter and barely the beginning of Christmas, you know what? Yeah, you know.
If I can just stop vanishing my when practicing evidence, I think I can get an Iron Man configuration OWL this year.
What? Okay, so you are vanishing when casting the vanishing charm. Interesting. Anyway, I don't think that's the point. Oh yeah, I got the cloak from the chest. I need to talk to Nelly. Wait to hear from Gladwin. This I'm never gonna do, so it's the Daedalian keys, and then eventually I will go to the mine down the coast, which I am wildly overleveled for. In fact, being what was it, level 36? Yeah, 36. I finished the game last playthrough at 38. I am probably going to be over 40 by the time I actually finish this game, just because I have been doing a ton more collection type stuff with you guys than I did off stream the last time. I did a ton more collection stuff. Because I just, I use us chatting as a chance for me to just sort of fly around the countryside, and or just fly straight down to this courtyard, because I can do that, and no one's going to tell me not to.
Were you able to follow one of the Daedalian keys?
I followed all of them.
Hello, Nelly. Actually, I found all of the keys and opened my house chest.
Why is it lagging?
Wonderful. What did you find?
I found a rather interesting costume.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for solving that mystery for me. I always wondered what those keys would lead to.
Okay, simple enough. Oh, the fountain's frozen. Cool. Never noticed that. I mean, it makes sense, of course, but I hadn't noticed. The Christmas trees are just delightful. I have to say, Harry Potter has always had an absolutely just wonderful, dare I overuse the term, delightful Christmas time aesthetic. Basically all except the last movie had a very significant Christmas, whether it was a plot point around Christmas or just a significant Christmas aesthetic to a good deal of to significant chunks of the film. The last one, of course, didn't, because it started very shortly. The events of the last film started very shortly after Christmas, because the first Deathly Hallows Part 1 ended basically was it right after Christmas? Because I know Christmas was in the Deathly Hallows. Christmas happens when they go to Godric's Hollow and they find Nagini. They accidentally find Nagini. They happen across the snake, and is that when? Because it's down to just Harry and Hermione at that point. They find the snake. They get hurt trying to escape. Yada yada yada. Oh yeah, that's when Harry breaks his wand as well. There's stuff here. Let's go check it out. I don't know what kind of stuff, but let's check it out anyway, huh?
Who lived here, I wonder?
Okay. Maybe I can't just walk in. That's unfortunate.
Incendio.
But yeah, it was that was a nice that was a very nice, albeit very spooky, little sequence. But all of the other films, at least, even more so than the books, have pretty significant Christmassy. Oops, wrong thing.
Incendio.
Christmassy bits. You know, well, I mean that's not fair. All the books certainly do as well, obviously, because they cover all of the same events more or less, and even like I said, the books have a very significant very significant Christmassy parts. What is up here? What do I need to? Why did I do that? Weird. Oh, there's a bunch of doggos. There we go.
Incendio.
Got them all.
This looks intriguing.
Easy peasy. There's some manner of cave in here. Oh. I leveled up from that. Huh. Is it gonna burn this away too, or do I need to... I need to do it separately, okay. Is this not... Can I not just go in there? No, I can't. Okay. Fine. Where's the ancient magic hotspot? It's above me. Why is it up there? That's weird.
Accio.
Okay, Depulso maybe?
Flipendo.
Fendo? No.
Depulso.
Ah. Okay, cool. It opened one gate. And that opens the other gate. I see. Yeah, sorry about the doggos, Copperwolf, but you know how they do. You know how they try and bite your legs. What are you gonna do? Wait, is that... No, I thought those were balloons I missed. No. I have not missed any balloons. No. I've actually been quite diligent with a lot of the collection stuff.
Incendio.
By diligent, I mean I haven't been... By diligent, I don't mean diligent. Because I have not been at all... Oops, wrong button. Wrong spell. I have not been deliberately going through and getting everything. I've just been flying around, and when I happen across particular stuff, I just get the stuff. Like right here, for example. I should be collecting ancient magic. However, I seem instead to not find it. I seem to be not finding where it is. I think it's up here. Ah, there it is. Okay, so up there, I see one. I see another one. Where's this one? Up there. I'll get over there. I mean, this is how. I mean, I was just over there. I could just climb up the normal way, but why? When I have
Abandoned long ago,
a
no
room.
doubt. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Nah, it'll be fine. Oh, that's why I needed to burn away the vines. I understand now. Anyway. Okay.
That wasn't so difficult.
All right. Anyway. Merry Christmas again. Like I said, I love the, if not necessarily the Christian thematics, certainly the Christmassy aesthetics of everything Harry Potter. Particularly Hogwarts Castle, but not exclusively. Like very, very much, very much of the world is because it's so whimsical. it just seems so nice and Christmassy, you know? Alright, I have to go through the mine, don't I? Which means I realistically should just fast travel because it's a pain. I'm kind of annoyed that the map is basically split in half. You know? That's one of the, I guess, kind of irritating game design elements. Oh, jeez. That is not something one should do, you know, in the dead of winter. Fall directly into a freezing river, you know? But, sure, it's fine. Magic, right? Aha. Nice. Dwellings. Oh, nice. I'm gonna have to mess with the room of requirement at some point. Actually, no. This is silly. I'm going to... First of all, I am actually going to fast travel because I don't feel like walking through the mines again. Why would I want to do that? Instead, I'll just go here. Anyway. All right.
What are you up to now?
So anyway, if you're in the Discord server, then you saw we were having a bit of a discussion about the nature of art, which actually this kind of speaks to a little bit, because I do think that literature, literature in most cases qualifies as art, just as much as say visual art does. And so it is a particularly aesthetic kind of thing. Right, art is particularly an aesthetic sort of thing. Popple says the whimsy of the Harry Potter seems to be a lost element in a fair bit of modern literature. Maybe because, like Christmas, it's inherently tied to some form of innocence. Yeah, I think so.
No sign
I think
of
so.
Woodcock out here. He must be inside already.
There is something very... I don't know if I should say... There's a significant innocence to the perspective of the Harry Potter stories, because it's all told from the perspective of a child, right? Basically, right? I say this as I bash goblins to death, but they're all told the at least, you know, the books, the 7 books are all told from the perspective of a child, of a kid who is entering into this new world in the very hero's journey sort of way.
Just like Gringotts. But I'm in the
Oh my god, please duck. God, this scares the hell out of me. I'm a tall person, in case you couldn't tell from the face camera.
How deep will this take?
I'm like 6'1". And I have a fairly irrational fear when riding roller coasters like this, very much like this, that some kind of support structure is just gonna take my head off. And I know that obviously lots of people way taller than me ride roller coasters all the time, and they do complete the ride with their heads intact. So obviously it's not like I'm not actually gonna get hurt, right? But I have this instinct in roller coasters. A lot of roller coasters, especially darker coasters, like Space Mountain at Magic Kingdom is like one of the worst about this, because it's dark and it's cluttered and the seats are very small, so it feels like you're really large sitting in the ride vehicle. So it feels like things are just gonna take your head off, particularly if you are of an advanced height, so to speak. Oh, interesting. What have I done? Yeah, I know how these puzzles work. I've done these before, like in a main story quest. Why are you showing me this? Anyway, yeah, no, I'll get to that. Where did that go? It didn't. It's not showing me. I mean, it showed me in the cutscene, but it didn't actually, like, it didn't help. Up there? But how do I get up there? Oh, I really hope this isn't one of those, because this seems like genuinely poor level design, where it seems like this is one of those things that you have to notice and do really early on, but if you screw it up, it's gonna be really annoying much later to get to. Anyway, point being, roller coasters feel way more dangerous if you're slightly tall, and and then they're dark. Yeah, scaffolding. Anyway,
Incendio.
This is impossible!
Crucial.
zap. Don't need that.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Whoa! Okay, easy there. Where does this need to go? Up there? No, that can't work. No, that's not going to work because it's rolling this way. Anyway, yeah, I think that there is, like I was saying before, I think that there is a level of innocence in the Harry Potter stories because, despite the fact that the actual world that you're sort of reading about is rather serious and rather dark. The perspective character being an 11 to 17-year-old kid, like obviously progressing in age throughout the books, but starting off especially as being just a little kid, basically, not even a teenager yet. It is a kind of, there's a natural whimsicality to how the world is seen, and not just the world itself. Because yes, the world itself is pretty whimsical, but it's also kind of dark in a lot of places, in a lot of ways. What is this? How does this work?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Okay, that's odd. It's very odd. Yeah, just look. Can I drop? I'd like to drop. Oh, okay. I guess I'll climb down like a normal person. Yeah, I do think that a lot of the whimsicality is. I mean, part of it is really just the aesthetic, but a lot of it is the perspective character, right? That Harry, the audience perspective, is a kid. So he's seeing this in some ways very whimsical, but also in some ways genuinely dark and dangerous world, as a kid would, and especially as an outsider kid, like a normal kid with a normal perspective of this wacky
Accio.
magical world, right?
Wingardium Leviosa.
So part of it is the fact that it's this magical
Accio.
world,
Wingardium Leviosa.
which is innately built, designed in a pretty whimsical sort of way, but at the same time, it's made all the more so by being introduced from the perspective of a little kid who grows into it, which is sort of from a place of innocence, but in a way, kind of, I don't want to say losing his innocence. That's not quite right, but growing into a more adult reality, which I guess is just a nicer way of saying losing his innocence, but regardless. And in this game, it's still, to a large degree, from the perspective of a kid, right?
Bombarda.
A bit of an older kid, right? So the main character here, Soren in my case, is 15, entering into this world rather than 11, but still, it's a 15-year-old wandering through this massively dangerous and dire world. And so there is that bit of innocence to the character that is lent to the world, even though the world is, well, as you can see and hear, the world is quite serious in a lot of ways.
Incendio.
One less human to worry about.
Hey, go beat up these guys for me, huh? Ow, really?
You can't stop us.
Bombarda!
You won't stop me.
Leviosa!
Ow.
Predictable.
Leviosa!
Losing your stride.
Incendio!
Ah, jeez.
Protego! Stupefy!
Why? Why am I terrible at this? Okay, there we go. That was
close one.
yeah. I was fighting like crap there. What am I doing?
Incendio!
I don't know why I was that trash at that combat, but oh well, it's fine. Turned out fine. Like I said, I did turn the difficulty down to I think medium. When I actually played through this game, played through it on my own once before this. I played on the harder one, the hardest difficulty, and it was actually challenging. Actually, I think I died a few times, particularly in the Acromantula fights. Those are pretty rough. But in part because I've gotten more practice, and in part because I did turn the difficulty down to medium, with the intention that I would be more capable of having conversations with you guys in the chat while playing, without having to just sort of stop, hold still, or zone out during combat, you know, that kind of thing. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Yeah, it was. It's much easier. The difficulty settings actually do make a significant difference, and it's not just making them making like increasing hit point pools. You know, it's like reaction speed kind of thing, which I think is a good way of modifying difficulty, especially in like a Souls Light like this. That's a term, right? Souls Light. Whoa, Jesus!
Accio!
That was close. Oh gosh. Yeah, I do think that the kind of innocence, like you said, is missing from a lot of modern literature. Detonated. Good lord. Yeah, but the killing curse, that one's unforgivable.
Accio!
Not like setting somebody on fire.
I only hope Lodgott doesn't cross paths with him. Defender! Protego! Stupefy!
One less human, such arrogance. One less human to worry about.
Oh!
You suffer.
Accio! Incendio!
I will make you pay.
Are there more? Why am I getting prompts? Oh, there is. There you are.
Coming back.
Where does this one lead? Off the beaten path, I suspect.
There
You've
we go.
one less follower, Ranrock.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what are any other good modern examples of a kind of whimsical innocence in literature.
I'd better light these boilers if I want to go any further.
Because I mean, the Harry Potter is this sort of thing is part of a much older tradition. especially in English literature, English fantasy literature, especially things like, I mean, the Chronicles of Narnia is probably the best example of extremely whimsical adventure stories. You know, because again, it does that thing where it's a child protagonist or child protagonists plural in that case, but still, entering into yes, what is a very whimsical sort of world, but also through the perspective of innocent characters, and so there is a kind of innocence to the story that is in addition to the
I hope I can get to Ranrock before Lodgok does.
there's innocence not only to the world but to the storytelling. And yeah, I think that is a particularly delightful sort of thing, especially for, broadly speaking, children's literature. Oh, okay.
Is complete.
I missed something.
World will crumble.
I can end this right now. I have to destroy the drill and stop Ranrock's loyalists.
We'll reclaim what is
Imperio! Crucible!
an intruder.
Oh, Jesus, that wasn't good.
Let's get this over with.
Aki! Incendio!
Rather unwise coming back this way. I don't...
Potato! Defender! Should think they felt that in London.
What did he say? That?
Bombarda!
There we go. About to crush the damn thing. Well, let's let's look around first.
I have to find a way to stop that drill.
Before we, collapse the entire room.
Bombarda!
Crunch. That worked. Wait. Should I have done that? Oh no, okay. No, that was fine. That was a good bad idea.
That is unfortunate. No matter, we will build another.
I found this one lurking outside.
Lord Gok, come to make amends, little brother.
Other.
I came to stop this. What is this you've brought me? It cannot be. All this time, you knew. You knew where it was. No.
Are you alright?
I'll never understand you, Lord Gok. So gullible. That witch did not consider you an equal. She, like all wizard kind, sought only to use you.
You're wrong, Ranrock.
The young ones are especially deceitful. They are taught to hide their disgust for us, as they exploit us.
Astonishing that our ancestors ever trusted each other.
All this time, looking everywhere for the final repository, searching in vain for Bragbor's last journal. Wasted my time, chasing a child. And my little brother knew where it was all along. But now, I don't need you. I don't need any of you.
I was bringing it to you.
You are a traitor to our kind! No!
Oh, that was poorly acted. I've always been curious how hard or easy it is to miss with a spell. Like, how auto-aim are spells in the Harry Potter world? Like, is it an attack roll or is it a saving throw? In other words, like, putting it in D&D terms. Never been quite clear about that. Because that was lucky that he
Dead by his
missed
brother's hand.
with the killing curse.
No wonder he tried so hard to reason with him.
Okay, well, let's get the heck out of here.
Now to get out of this blasted place.
Oh, this is the entrance. Okay, cool. Let's get out of here. Again, it's a fascinating.
I'll send word to Fig to meet me in the map chamber. He and the keepers need to know Ranrock has that journal and knows where the final repository is.
It's a fascinating bit of, what would you say, racialist ideology. I think would probably be the best way of putting it. That the goblins here, particularly Ranrock and the Loyalists, more so than like goblins in general. That Ranrock, the accusation there that young witches and wizards are especially deceitful because they are taught to hide their hatred or hide their contempt. This is very similar to the kind of what would you call it? The self-fulfilling, or the not self-fulfilling, unfalsifiable nature of I have nothing to do right now, so let's just fly around for a bit. The unfalsifiable nature of
Revelio.
Of racial animosity, let's say, right? Go to the map chamber. Maybe I'll do that in a bit. Because if you're able to observe racism, say, then that means obviously that there is racism. If you're not able to observe racism,
Incendio. Protego. Incendio.
there you go. If you're not able to observe racism, that just means it's hidden, right? So it's the very common trope of basically you have to admit your racism, because even if you think that you are, say, colorblind, which is which used to be the standard non-racist type of thing, right? So normal people who were not racist were seen as colorblind, right? They didn't see race, or they didn't think on the basis of race. Which of course is perfectly sensible, right? That is actually, that is an appropriate way to view other people, is not on the basis of their race. The problem is, if that is the standard, then that is seen by the racialists, let's say, as a kind of subtler racism. And because it's seen as a kind of subtler racism, that means that it is it's insidious. And so it's still seen as a form of racism. It's just that the fact that that one's racism is hidden, allegedly hidden in this way, is taken to be all the more evidence of the hidden racism. So this is basically it's what would be generally referred to as, not generally referred to as, but sometimes referred to as a Kafka trap, which is from Kafka's The Trial, which is essentially the idea that regardless of whether you claim your innocence or not, it is taken as evidence of your guilt, right? Because if you were guilty, right? Or let me put it this way: if you say that you are guilty, obviously it's an admission of guilt. But if you say that you're innocent, well, that is exactly what a guilty person would say, and so you are. It's a kind of question begging. You're taken to be guilty, and so therefore anything that you say will be taken as evidence of your guilt.
Could it be?
Yes, it
Another
could.
trial?
Yes, it could. What kind, though?
Revelio.
Kind of Merlin trial. Oh, I see. It's one of those. Alright, so it's a Depulso puzzle.
Depulso.
Alright. I have to go through here. I gotta blast this. Through. Come on. Come on. There we go. Wait, wrong one.
Revelio.
There we go.
Depulso.
Okay, I gotta get it. Come on. So basically, if you say that, well, I'm not racist, that means, or if you say in this particular context, let's say, I'm not, I don't have a problem with goblins.
Depulso.
That's just taken by Ranrock and his loyalists as evidence that, not that you aren't prejudiced against goblins, but it's taken as evidence that you are hiding your prejudice against goblins. And so you have, it's assumed that wizards are all prejudiced against goblins, regardless of evidence one way or the other, because one way or the other, evidence one way or the other is taken as evidence for their foregone conclusion, right?
That goblin helm you
That
And you nor retreat well from us.
Accio. Incendio.
taken care of.
The beasts are safer now.
Okay.
Revelio.
Anyway, it's fascinating to see that kind of ideology showing up in a Harry Potter game. Really cool to see. Because it's a relatively, I would hesitate to say it's a sophisticated ideology, but it's an ideology that's difficult to properly characterize, you know? Because it is subtle. Gold trimmed debonair ensemble. Ooh. What book was the Kafka book I mentioned? It was called The Trial. It is absolutely excellent. It is full of existential dread. Right? So, because Kafka is a sort of existentialist novelist, of course it is. That should be unsurprising. But in this case in particular, it is. It's not a happy read. Right? It's not the kind of thing that you will read and have a pleasant time with at all. Like not even slightly. It is deeply unsettling, let's say, to read the thing, because, like I said, it is it's full of this sort of existential dread of what it's like to find oneself sort of trapped in this deliberately no-win situation. Yeah, I think it was actually written before 1984. Trial was, I think. I
You're
think
back.
I forget
Nice
when
to see you
1984 was
again.
written.
What are we looking for today?
1950 something, right? Actually don't recall. Somebody tell me if I'm way off. I know the trial was written in the late 1920s, I think, maybe 28, something like that. Because Kafka was I think I forget if he was German or Austrian, but he was writing in and about interwar Germany. Because interwar Germany is a hell of a time period,
Thanks
and
for
it's
stopping
very
by. Hope to
okay.
see you again.
1914, that early? Wow, I did not realize. Okay, 1949 for Orwell. Wow, okay, huh? That's much earlier than I thought. Gonna go to the map chamber, but first let's go to wait, new quest. Ooh, talk to Ominous. Absolutely doing this one first. Absolutely doing this one first. Wait, Owl Post. Anne's worried. She said Sebastian promised her that I would be there if she went to meet him in the catacomb, but now he's asking her to join him immediately and to come alone. She says she doesn't sound himself. Meet us at the catacomb as soon as you can. I hope that my quill conveyed my message clearly. Ominous. Well, that's ominous. Anyway, sorry. Moving on. Sorry. I did not realize that the trial was that early. I honestly thought it was post World War One, fully post World War One. I guess it was maybe at the tail end of the war or something, or maybe I'm guessing that it could have been sort of in response to the what the hell is it called, the Treaty of Versailles. Because wasn't that 1914? It's outside my area, so I don't remember precisely. So I don't know offhand, but anyway, my historical area of expertise is far more medieval, and because of that, I don't remember particular years all that well. Anyway, though, the trial is fundamentally about a kind of totalitarian society, but the personal experience of living within a kind of totalitarian society. Right. So it's basically the story of a guy, Carl, I think, but a guy who is accused of a crime in this basically interwar German dystopian society. It's sort of dystopian, more like a just sort of depressing, I guess, like claustrophobic feeling society. There we go. A guy is accused of a crime, and it is never made clear to him or to the reader what the crime is, like what crime he is actually accused of. And so basically the entire story is him going through this trial process where every step of it is unclear and mysterious. It's never made clear what he's being accused of. It's not even clear what authority is accusing him. Or what the process is supposed to be, or what he is supposed to do to defend himself, if he's allowed to defend himself, etc. Like all of this is opaque, and it's essentially about the sort of existential anxiety of him, of the main character trying to figure this out as he is experiencing it, which, as you would understand, is traumatic. It's difficult. It's portrayed as kind of dreadful, as horrific. And it's portrayed very well in that regard, as dreadful, as productive of anxiety, let's say. Again, because the existentialists were kind of obsessed with anxiety. Not for bad reasons. Right? It's a fascinating experience. Not in a good way, but fascinating nonetheless.
Today's.
Excuse me. Excuse me again. But yeah, it's one of those things that it's a story that gosh, excuse me. It's a story that of this guy basically trying desperately to try and figure out what the hell's going on to him, while it's going on to him, while it's happening. And a lot of it, like from the beginning, I don't want to spoil too much of the story because I do recommend it. I definitely check it out. I don't know if around Christmas time, just because again it is an unpleasant thing to read. It's rather unpleasant. It's very cool, but like I said, it is rather unpleasant.
Revelio. Confringo.
Boom. All the way over there, jeez. But yeah, it's a cool story in that it. So near the beginning, I'll spoil a little bit of the beginning of this dreadful process. So the main character is accused of a crime. He needs to show up to a hearing, but he is not told where the hearing is to take place or when. And so he has to try and figure it out and essentially guess on his own where and when this hearing is supposed to be. And because he can't quite figure it out in time, he arrives late. Now, when he arrives late, the tribunal there takes his tardiness as an attempt to avoid the justice of the tribunal, and therefore takes this as evidence of his guilt. Okay, fine. So the next time, in order to avoid this, he finds out, as well in advance as possible, when the hearing is, where it is to take place, and so he arrives early. But when he arrives early, he is immediately accused by the tribunal of attempting to spy on the tribunal. And so this is taken as evidence of his guilt. And so whether he arrives early or whether he arrives late, it's taken again, unjustly, obviously, but it's taken as evidence that he's guilty. So regardless of what he tries to do, it's taken as evidence of his guilt, and it's used against him in court. Posthumously in 1925, that actually makes a lot more sense. Because like I said, it's very much of the sort of spirit of Weimar Germany. So presumably it was written in the very early 1920s. Which fits with my understanding of the time period and my understanding of the book.
Wait, Anne, please.
Ominous. He was
very
willing
good.
to put the whole hamlet and himself in danger on the chance that some old relic could help to heal me. I'm sorry, Ominous. Make sure he's all right, will you?
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
I received your owl. Where's Sebastian?
Inside the catacomb. Frankly, I was surprised you weren't with him.
Ominous.
Stop. You swore you wouldn't let Sebastian take this one step further. Yet here we are.
Darn it, I thought I muted in time.
He won't listen to reason.
I should have stopped him before. Sebastian's in real trouble now. I'm going back into the catacomb to find him. Anne's right. He and the entire hamlet are in danger. The place is crawling with Inferi.
Inferi? What are you talking about?
You'll
I've dealt
see.
with Inferi.
We need
I know
to
what those
hurry.
are. They're horrific.
Sebastian must not be in his right mind.
They are undead. Just delightful, really. Here.
Last time we were here, this place was crawling with spiders.
We're about to face worse. Let's find Sebastian quickly.
Accio! Revelio.
I guess let's just go. I don't think we need to do any of that.
Where was Sebastian when you and Anne found him?
Just ahead, in the great room. Confringo. Confringo. Incendio. Take. Levioso. Incendio.
Oh man, the spinal column candles are a nice touch.
Accio.
Very nice touch. All right, let's see. Okay, no. The floating columns are even more of a nice touch.
Confringo. Fringo. Levioso. Confringo.
Where are they? There's more.
Confringo. Dependent. Confringo.
Thank you. Toast their outsides for me, would you?
Confringo. Hold on a moment.
I'm collecting
I'm so
the
worried
stench.
about Sebastian, I didn't even realize.
Oh.
Anne's gone to get Solomon.
My cat.
When she first saw the
There's a cat.
inferi, she thought Sebastian was being attacked. But then he showed her the relic and said he'd learned how to use it.
The carvings on the relic were inferi.
You're
And
saying-
Sebastian somehow created them.
Do you hear
Not
that?
exactly. He's controlling them. This is powerful dark magic. Creating inferi is incredibly difficult, but controlling them...
Hi, Squeaker.
As Anne and I frantically barricaded the inferi to
Squeaker.
keep them from escaping, Sebastian kept mumbling about healing Anne. When Anne said she couldn't stay here, I didn't realize what
You
she
wanna play,
meant.
don't you?
Solomon threatened to go to the headmaster if he heard of Sebastian dealing with dark magic.
I need to get to Hogwarts. I must get to Professor
Look,
Black
it's you.
first. Twist the story a bit, make him think it's a family. I'll be back
That's
as soon
you,
as I can.
Marty Band.
See if you can
Goodbye.
talk some sense into Sebastian. Be careful.
Lift. Right, bye, kiddo. Monica is very mobile at this point, and there's no keeping her in any one room of the house, and she doesn't sleep really. So there she is. I mean, I guess she eventually sleeps, but she has no schedule. She's you know.
Bombarda.
Ooh. I just heard her make a sad noise because mommy just placed her in the living room where she does not want to be. Oh, what in the world? I've already done this. Why am I doing this again? Devil's Snare. Why did I go here? I should not have gone this way. This was the wrong way. This leads me right back into the same room. Just via a loop-de-loop. That was dumb. It's I'm supposed to go this way. I already solved these puzzles.
How many inferi are there?
Bombarda! Protego! Stupefy! Confringo! Defender!
Are there more? That's it, right? I only have 2 fire spells. So there's really only so much I can do against these bastards. This is where I fought that giant spider. Is this it?
These inferi seem far from controlled.
No. I don't think this is it, but there they are anyway. Oh, there you are. Hello.
Incendio!
Yeah, this is not it. This is not the way. I just came in here to fight Inferi, I guess. Whoops. Anyway, though, yeah. Read the trial. when you are feeling in a particularly psychologically healthy way place, because like I said, it is it's kind of traumatic in a lot of ways.
Accio.
Come here. Ah, there's the bones.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Here, bones.
Accio. Wingardium. I need to find a way up that ledge.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing it. Just there you go. Did that work or what?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Come on.
Accio.
Really?
Wingardium Leviosa.
Okay, this is stupid. You're not gonna let me do that, are you?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Why? Really?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Ah, okay. I had to put it at the base of the things.
There's Sebastian.
Oh, look! He's hanging out with Inferi. This is very troubling.
Isn't this incredible?
No. No.
Sebastian, I told you.
Not in a good
the
way.
relic is the answer. I've been trying to reverse the dark magic that injured Anne, but this will allow me to control it. Just as I can control the Inferi.
Control. I
That's
had
a
to
bad
fight
idea.
the Inferi all the way.
What have the two of you done? Accio relic!
Solomon, don't. The relic.
I mean, I get it.
You'll pay for this.
I mean, I get it. But still.
Leviosa!
Protego.
The two of you have gone so far! I'm ending this now!
That relic was going to save Anne.
Incendio.
Protego.
Donk.
Leviosa!
Stupefy.
Protego!
You're supposed to protect us.
Incendio.
I am protecting you, you foolish boy!
Confringo. Protego. Stupefy. Incendio.
Confringo.
Protego!
Stupefy.
Confringo.
Sorry, it had to be done.
Leviosa.
Donk.
Incendio.
Descendo.
Glacius!
Protego. Stupefy.
Defindo.
Incendio.
Mr. Sallow.
Stop!
Descendo.
Please.
Dare you! You're no friend to my nephew!
Incendio.
Confringo.
You're the one attacking him! Stop!
Leviosa.
Bombarda.
Confringo.
Confringo. Protego. Stupefy.
Now you've gone too far. Confringo!
Stupefy. Stupefy. Confringo. Incendio.
Sorry, it had to be done.
Stop it! Jesus.
She cannot be healed, Sebastian. You must stop.
I won't let her suffer. Avada Kedavra!
Depulso! Inferi!
Oh, Anne. What have you done? I must get out of here.
I can't let him leave.
You've gone a little too far here, Bastion.
Sebastian, wait!
He's not sprinting, so I can definitely catch up to him.
Accio!
No, okay. Never mind.
Arresto momentum.
That doesn't help, okay.
Stop, Sebastian. Hold on.
Can't cast at him. Which seems a little, a bit of ludonarrative dissonance, I think. But, you know, what are you gonna do? Oh, hello, cat. What are you freaking out about? I'm outside.
What is it?
Why wouldn't you stop? I was calling after you.
Anne won't survive this. She's withering away, inside and out. Solomon's never been there for us, not really. He gave up on Anne. I'll never give up on her. You saw him, didn't you? He was going to ruin her life. He attacked us. I had to use the killing curse. You know I did. If I hadn't known how to cast it.
He did attack us. You had no choice. It was brave, Sebastian.
I don't know about all that, but...
You clearly care more about Anne than your uncle ever did.
I knew you'd understand.
I mean, that is true.
I did do the right thing.
You did. I would have done the same. If I knew how.
I could teach you.
I mean,
No time
sure.
like the present.
The killing curse won't be easy to master. As with all unforgivables, you have to mean it. Hold your wand steady. Focus. The incantation is Avada Kedavra. Your intention must be clear.
Right, so yeah, he is... Right, so in this case, Sebastian is
I can't
very...
stay here. I need to find Ominous.
Sebastian.
He's clearly
Please,
gone
I'm
too
not
far.
myself right now. Let's meet
And that's
later
very true.
at the Undercroft, all right?
He's clearly gone much too far. Let's put... Bombarda here. Yeah, that'll work. I like Bombarda, but I don't use it too much.
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before.
let's not that. While we're here, let's upgrade this. Avada Kedavra is everybody instead of just one. Core. Yeah, let's go with Protego. I never get the perfect Protego right, but why not? In case I do. There we go. All right, what do we get? Anyway, while I discuss this, I mean, okay, so I will say that no, Sebastian definitely did not need to kill his uncle. That was excuse me. That was clearly not in I guess last resort. That was not a last resort of self-defense. He had other options before him. At least presumably. At least in gameplay wise. I don't know if sort of narratively he would have had other options. So that's maybe a tough call. So maybe you might say that he was He was in serious danger. It's tough to say. But it seems like what he did was unnecessary, and he went too far. He got carried away. Again, with initially good intentions, he should have noticed. He should have seen that he was going too far, and that's essentially what Soren and Ominous were trying to get through to him. That while he was going down sort of the right path in general, that he was going about things ultimately the wrong way. That this kind of impetus to control rather than to heal, because those are very, very closely tied together in a way that you can be drawn to one while you're pursuing the other. That this kind of a temptation had drawn him too far over the edge, basically, and that Soren and Ominous, and to a degree Anne is the one who actually had to finally confront him. But Soren and Ominous were trying to stop him before he went too far. Again, with the best of intentions, which is the most interesting way that somebody can fall, morally fall. Piers Pemberton, Hogsmeade. I don't know what you think you're doing, but I suspect you are the one who's been interfering with a rather personal matter. The demiguise statues and the moons contained therein were placed as they were for good reason. You should not meddle in the personal affairs of others. What? I forgot that is how that goes. Yeah, I'm not going to do that yet. I'll just wait for some more quests
I don't think
to
Mr.
unlock.
Pemberton meant to use his own stationery. He knows something about those demiguise moons. He's in Hogsmeade, apparently. Perhaps I shall pay him a visit.
Avada Kedavra!
Squish.
Protego! Stupefy! Stupefy! Incendio!
Oh, jeez.
Confringo! Stupefy!
8 legs is simply too many.
I agree. What happens when I do? Oh my god, it turns into a tankard. I love this. I love it. That's incredible. Bop. Please tell me it's Jaeger. That's got to be Jägermeister, right? That's a keg of Jägermeister. Not a tankard. Why did I say tankard? Keg. Whatever. I hope it's Jägermeister, because it should be.
I should investigate.
That'd be very appropriate. Oh, hi, dear. Oh, hey.
Lumos.
I'm almost surprised to see that the deer did not get strangled. What's in here? I wonder. Cool.
Incendio.
Spectacles.
Lumos.
Let's see. All right. Did I get another? No, no. All right, let's go to the room of requirement, identify a bunch of this stuff. Then I guess the next quest. Let's keep going. Or wander around. I think there are more side quests that unlock, but we'll see.
Deke thinks you've made marvelous improvements here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Ooh. Man. Okay. Well, let's collect all of our stuff, and then we'll see if we can upgrade our gear a bit. I love the golden unicorn calf. Hazel. Another one. There we go. But all of them? It's everybody, right? Oh, no, not yet. Okay, that's everybody. I need to put something else in this pen. In this, not pen, this little area. Cool. Cottage. Large tent. House. Tent. Cottage. Oh, that's so cute. Right here. Big cottage. Oh my. I want to put the big cottage somewhere. No, that's Gigantor. That's absurd. House. Oh man, that's cool. I love it. Tent? Nah, let's not do tents. Those look dumb. I don't like those. A great tree can go right here. Tiny little ancient tree. Cool, but nah. Nah. Wait, pumpkins? No. Nah, that's fine. Alright, that's cute. Alright. You can't go inside. That's the only disappointment. They're very cute though. Love these. I love this. So nice. Alright, moving on. Let's go to the other bestiaries.
Thinks you should be proud of.
All right. Cute little toad. Kitten. snackies. Okay. Excuse me. What else we got? Yo! Come here. Want your warts. You too. Toadlet. Toadlet, you look ridiculous. Here we go. Alright. Onward. Evening, Klaus. How are you? How are you doing? Alright. Whoop. And you're eating. I'm feeding and brushing my various critters. My puffballs and dodo birds. My baby dodo bird. How about you? All the way over there. Now you're all done. Alright. Anybody else? Nah, that's everybody here. Alright. Anyway. Well, I'm just... nicely. Plus is doing okay. About to turn in. Wanted to say hi. Oh, yeah, the user video. Okay, so I am... right now, I've been waiting for my voice to get better, and it's more or less fine now. So I'm probably this week gonna record a video or two, and that's on the list. I need to do a bit more research. I need to finalize some stuff, but I generally have everything I need for it. I have gone through a good deal of the planning for it, and so I should actually be all set to record it pretty soon. Oh, I'm sorry, Birdie. That was my bad. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, no. Anyway, though, yeah, I'm gonna go for it. So that's on the list. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do, in addition to that, I have plans for, as I've mentioned before, I think like 4 videos currently. Oh, I didn't mean to do that either. Darn. But yeah, like, that one and a few others that I'd really like to do coming up. I'm not sure which others I want to do first, though, is the real challenge, you know? I'm thinking about, in addition to the user video, one on a particular storytelling trope that ties in with some of the philosophy of aesthetics that I've talked about before. The trope of what I like to call the storybook hero. Like I said, I got to do a little bit of digging, seeing if I can pull up some more examples and maybe pull up some imagery to use, that sort of thing, for that one. So that might come out next. That might be one of the ones I do next. It might be a little bit further down the line. I'd also like to do the one on the shopping cart theory, but that one is a little more involved in terms of filming, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do that right away.
Accio.
Oh, come on, man. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. No, come back here. Come back here. I apologize. Here, have some brushies. That's all of them, right? Yeah, that's everybody. Anyway, like I was saying, I want to do that one especially because that one is wildly controversial, more controversial than a lot of the, than quite honestly a lot of the videos that I do. So that'll be fun. The Storybook Heroes one will be a good time. Less controversial, obviously. The usury one is gonna anger everyone and satisfy no one except for like specifically you, Klaus. I mean, basically, it will thrill highly traditionalist Catholics who also happen to be a very specific breed of sort of Kinselian anarcho-capitalists, or at least anarcho-capitalists who agree with Stefan Kinsella. But yeah, for most people, that video is far more likely to piss people off than it is to satisfy anybody. I actually might keep that. Appearance. I don't like it too much. I'm gonna change it. No. That's not that. Wait. Oh, this outfit includes gloves. Well, what the heck? That's... okay, fine. Very slightly better, but it would require a lot of offensive upgrading. And trait. I'm not going to bother with that one. Only increases by 5. Nothing. But yeah, like I said, that one's very likely to piss off a lot of people. So it should be fun. Should be delightful. I actually kind of like that, but stick with this. Increase by 6? That's not bad. Oh, Stefan Kinsella. Stefan Kinsella is the author of Against Intellectual Property. It is a great book that basically outlines the anarcho-capitalist case against intellectual property, examining intellectual property and the sort of concept of intellectual property in terms of... oh man, Graphorn, darn it, that sucks. Because, oh man. Okay, that's good. I might actually have to switch outfits back because that offense difference is massive. Jeez. Yeah, Stefan Kinsella. Great libertarian legal theorist. Like I said, Against Intellectual Property is the book, which naturally, of course, you can find for free. You can get it you can get a PDF version of it online for free that he provides. I know Mises.org has it. It's great. Yeah, okay. Traits. But he basically goes through and explains what is nonsensical about the concept of intellectual property. I'm gonna go with damage spells. Lance, no. Ancient magic, nah. Polyarmus. Let's go with manipulation for this one. I already have one that's manipulation. That's fine, I guess. I'll okay. Let's go here. Control. Ancient magic throw. There we go. That'll work. Now, Undercroft. Anything nice I can put right here? No. Was that the last one? Shopping stations. Fascinating. Anyway, that is one of them. The storybook hero one is what I think will be an interesting one to make. But it might be a bit a little more research intensive, so that might come out later. We'll see. Let me see what else. Wow. There. Good night. I'll see you later. But yeah, those should be pretty good. I have what was the other one? So I've got the usury one, which is gonna piss off almost everybody, which that'll be fun. I've got the Storybook Heroes one, which is a cool little pet topic of mine that I'm fascinated by, and so I'm looking forward to talking about it. I've got the Shopping Cart Theory one, which again is really counter-conventional, let's say. It is absolutely the opposite of what most people think on the subject. So that'll be fun. That's always a good time. I enjoy being counter-conventional in that sense. So that's one. Those are three. What was the fourth one? I had a fourth one planned. I have it written down somewhere.
Sometimes it seems
It's
all
another
roads lead to Hogsmeade.
It's another vaguely ethical topic, but I can't remember what it was. Again, I've got it written down somewhere, so yeah, that'll come out. Oh, also, fifth one, I suppose, if you're going to count this. I've got plans for a 1,000 subscriber special video, which you guys are going to have to let me know if you're interested in this sort of thing, and perhaps, if you'd like, toss some donations down below to help me out with the time commitments to doing this.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Because it will take a substantial amount of editing, because it's an old project from over 10 years ago at this point. Actually, gosh, nearly... No, it must have been. No, it's over 15 years ago at this point. A very old project of mine from almost half a lifetime ago. Let's put it that way. At least half of my so far lifetime ago. And it is something of a passion project that I'd very much like to would like to share with you guys. What's this? Yeah, Undercroft. Okay, I thought so. But we'll see. Again, we'll see if I can manage to put it together by the time I've hit 1,000 subscribers. We are very close to 900 at this point. So if you are not subscribed, please do. And then further, if you are subscribed, tell your friends and have them subscribe to me as well. Because again, I would very much love to hit that 1,000 mark. And when I do, I would very much love to have this thing edited and ready to share with you all. Again, this is not something that, and at 1,000 subscribers is that like monetization milestone. I'm not there by other metrics, so I'm not going to be able to apply for monetization for a while. Again, watch time is a thing, so watch my old videos, watch my lectures and whatnot as well. But that aside, I'm not going to be monetizing this, in part just because it's not something that I reasonably could monetize for reasons that will become apparent. But then also, again, like I said, it's a kind of passion project, and it's the kind of thing that I want to... How much can I say about this now? Part of why I want to do it is to honor somebody. Somebody who was involved with the project, again, a very long time ago. And so it's not something that I'd be even really wanting to make money off of. Even if that were, in the cards. It's just something that I really would like to do, and I think that you all would really enjoy and would make a great little celebration of 1,000 subscribers once I get there. So when I do, I'd like to have this done. We'll see. We'll see if I can manage to get it done. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I should be able to. But yeah, that's I'm looking forward to it.
You're
Anyway,
my summoner's
it'll be a
court
surprise.
opponent, Professor Ronan.
Indeed I am. Professors are allowed to have fun once in a while, too.
Oh ho!
Of course. I look forward to playing against you.
Here we go.
And I you. I've been playing this for eons, so you haven't a chance of winning. How about we get started anyway?
Okay. All right.
I'm ready.
No time like
I love this guy.
present.
I don't know if Soren loves this guy, but I certainly do. Oh my god, there's gravity wells and bouncers?
Accio.
Jesus, okay, he's gonna get that right on the 100, isn't he? Oh, wrecked!
We all make mistakes.
Get wrecked, loser! Alright, sorry, that was rude.
Accio.
Hell yeah!
I do not recall teaching you how to play like that. Accio.
Excuse me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, okay, alright. I gotta play dirty now. Okay. It is time to play a little bit dirty. Donk. Yes!
That's
You
the
cannot
way to
win.
treat a professor.
You cannot win! Unless you... Oh, unless you... Okay. Okay. No, I won. I don't even have to try at this point. I just have to make sure I don't screw up.
Mistakes.
Alright, I just have to make sure I don't screw up this time.
Accio.
I say as I'm about to screw up and watch it. I'm about to screw up. Oh! Oh!
Well,
That was a
now,
good game!
Nicely played.
Oh, man!
Delightful to see such mastery
Whew.
from one your age.
That was as close to a perfect game as I could probably get here. I could technically have gotten 300, but man, that would have been tough. Dude, 250 to 10. Wrecked.
Well done. You've beaten me at my own game.
I had a good teacher.
A flatterer, I see. Although I dare say it's not unwarranted. I shall accept the compliment humbly. As the new Summoner's Court champion, you have earned a token of recognition. Do not let it go
Nice.
to your head.
Very nice. What'd I get? Wait. Okay, no, wait. I thought that was a, summoning thingamadooger, so I could make a Summoner's Court in the requirement, but I guess not.
You certainly know what you're doing when it comes to Summoner's Court. Can't believe you beat Ronan.
Sure did. Sure did. All right, now let's see what else. Where to next? The Undercroft, I suppose. Yeah. I suppose there's nothing else. Right? Yeah. No more. No more. No other rando side quests showing up? No, doesn't look like it. What is this? What am I missing here? Astronomy Tower. Why is this one blacked out? I'm missing a field guide page. That's maybe why. I'm missing tons of field guide pages over here. Why is it showing that I'm missing a... Is it that I'm missing a Flue Flames thing? It's weird. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Let's go. Let's go.
And why is she always holding his hand?
Right. Wait. That'd have been awkward in combat. I tried to conjure something.
Oh, I've been turned around.
All right. So, anyway, one other thing that I was kind of wanting to talk about is a subject of discussion from a conversation we were having in Discord before I started. I was talking about art and the nature of art. This is actually something that comes up quite a bit in our Discord. What is art? Because again, it's a very difficult topic, really, to try and nail down precisely what we mean by art, particularly in the modern context. Because, I mean, oh, hi, Professor Black, we're dressed the same, that's so cute. One of the things that you can do is you can refer back to, say, Aristotle, right? You can figure out what is the Aristotelian definition of art. And it is right reason applied to the making of things, right? Okay, simple enough. And that's what's carried through by the scholastics as well. So that's the Thomistic that's used by Thomists as the sort of Thomistic definition of art. The problem is that that is far too broad for our purposes, for what we mean by art, right? And I don't want to just go with a conventional definition, though, either, because art is something like, I don't know, doing something that is expressive of the artist or some kind of bullshit like that. It's essentially the modern definition is essentially from Duchamp, right? What the artist spits is art, which is really circular. First of all, it's incredibly circular, and it also does not capture what we ordinarily mean by art if we're not overeducated in a particularly bad way on the subject. But yeah, so that asking for help about the Quidditch season, huh?
Revelio.
But yeah, so that's, I mean, very clearly not right. It is not right that art is simply defined by what the artist expresses, right? A sort of self-expression kind of thing. But that is a very common contemporary definition. It's a common contemporary definition because it is because we are very modern people, and by that I mean, well, not modern people, we're postmodern people, especially when it comes to art. Art is probably where postmodernity finds its zenith in our culture. So, you know, art, and then followed shortly by ethics.
Revelio.
Which, I mean, beauty is in the eye of the beholder is followed very shortly by the again faulty premise that that morality is largely determined by let's say one's own personal convictions or something like this, right? I have a morality, as do you. These have some sort of independent existence of some kind, which, again, very silly.
Professor, what can you tell me about your work at the Ministry?
Your curiosity is understandable. Well, although I can't speak in any detail of my work, I can tell you certain interesting facts.
Ooh, interesting.
Unspeakables work in the Ministry's Department of Mysteries.
Makes
Dangerous
sense.
work at times, as you've no doubt guessed.
Naturally.
Yes, Professor.
Now, you needn't concern yourself with my injury. I made peace long ago with the fact that a sprig of dittany, once plucked, will surely begin to wilt.
Have you made peace with the time you've lost?
Ah, but I don't truly know how much time I have lost. Without saying more, perhaps whatever time I've lost was in exchange for time gained. And to dwell on such matters is a waste of the days ahead.
Fascinating.
At this point, no magic permits us to travel back in time. Perhaps one day. Yes, I can tell you that my years at the Ministry were well spent. And I'm as happy to be at Hogwarts now as I was to be in the Department of Mysteries years ago.
So that establishes that either she is she's spinning
Kind of you
misinformation,
to say.
which is
Speaking of
typical for a
time,
spook.
Perhaps yours would be best spent honing your defensive
Or
work.
the
Yes,
time
Professor.
turner has not been invented yet. Both of those are possibilities, I suppose. It could, again, like I said, it could perfectly well be that she's just spinning misinformation, which is a very spook kind of thing to do. Anyway, though, yeah, so that's one thing. But yeah, so the idea of art and how we define art. My best proposed definition is a sort of narrowing in of the sort of Aristotelian definition, the Aristotelian Thomistic definition of right reason applied to the making of things. I would specifically say that art is right reason applied to the making of things with at least one. I'm not sure if I should say one end or one ultimate end, being beauty. So let me explain the difference here, right, between these two slightly different versions, right? So one would essentially rule out purely commercial art, and one would not. And I'm not sure about which I would want to apply here, right? So why I say that at least an end must be beauty, it doesn't mean that it has to be the only end of art, right? That's what makes something artistic, as distinct from purely practical, right? So this game is a good instance, is artistic, is art, because there are elements of the game that are put here purely for the sake of beauty, right? So the landscape shots, the design of these various things, like even this, right? The design of, say, this clock, this secret entrance clock, did not have to be nearly this ornate for it to serve its function. It doesn't need to be this beautiful, but it is. Right? It is spectacularly beautiful. This is an artistic design, as are many of the design elements of the castle and the art pieces, straightforwardly speaking, on the walls, things like that. Right? So much of this game and elements of it are artistic in that sense. They are designed particularly for the sake of beauty. Now,
Revelio.
That is what makes things artistic, and that is distinguished from, say, the purely practical. That is, things which are designed for the end of their particular function. The easiest way of distinguishing this is the art. Distinguishing between architecture, say, as art, versus architecture as mere craftsmanship. Right? Architecture can be purely practical and therefore ugly, or it can be purely practical and achieve beauty, but accidentally, right? Not as a deliberate intention, which is possible, right? That does happen. It's not likely to. If beauty is not an end being pursued, it's not likely to become beautiful, but it could. Perfectly well could. If there are, say, embellishments, or things are designed in one way rather than another simply because it's more beautiful that way, that's art. That is when simple craftsmanship becomes art, in my view. Why I distinguish these and why these need to be distinguished in the modern terms is because by the classic Aristotelian Thomistic definition, art and craft were not distinguished, and that's because they were the same word in ancient Greek, and that's why that was carried forward through the Latin tradition, the Neo-Aristotelian Latin tradition as well. Right? So I need to distinguish these because in English and in our sort of cultural understanding, we do in fact distinguish these, and I think there is an important conceptual distinction there as well. At least one that can be made. And I think because we can make it, there's no good reason not to. Okay, so why I make the distinction between art as an ultimate end versus merely as an end. First of all, there can be other ends to art. Art needn't be purely for the sake of beauty. It can be for the sake of commerce. You're making something to sell, like this game, for example, perfect example. It could be for function, right? This is a clock. It functions as a clock. It functions as a secret passageway. It functions as a game element, right? An element of game design, level design, that sort of thing. But it also functions for beauty. Beauty is an end that it possesses. Now, why I'm unsure as to whether beauty would have to be an ultimate end or merely an end, an intermediate end, say, is the question of purely commercial art. If I commission an art piece, and part of my specification is that it must be beautiful, or it must be this way so that it will be beautiful, that end of beauty that the artist is pursuing is for the sake of commerce, right? Yes, it pursues the end of beauty, but that beauty is for the sake of something further, that is the sale, right? And that seems mercenary. That seems like it might not be purely artistic. And so we might want to maybe make a further distinction between art and pure art, or maybe amateur art, or art for its own sake, or something like that. And we might include, say, commercial or professional art as art, but not purely for the sake of art, or something like that, right? So maybe we can make a distinction there. So it might have to be that that beauty is an end that is pursued, maybe not necessarily for its own sake, but pursued independently of other aspects of it. But I do think that beauty, or at least the pursuit of beauty, is what makes something art. This is controversial today, because in a lot of cases, again, we don't think that art and beauty have anything quite to do with each other, and that's because we're insane culturally. We've kind of fucking lost it as a culture, and by it I mean our minds. I point this out again because art is thought of today as having nothing to do with beauty in a lot of cases, because it is thought of as, what would I say, expressive primarily, or something along those lines. And because of that, beauty is seen as one possible end towards which we can direct our artistic expression. But even then, beauty, because beauty is, again, also largely seen as subjective in our twisted, ridiculous culture, that as an end is simply synonymous with self-expression, say. What you take to be beautiful is what is defined as beautiful if you are making it, or something like that, which, come on, that's just obviously not the case. Just blowing stuff up, because it's fun. Did I miss anything? Yeah.
Bombarda.
Those don't get blown up. Neat. Anyway, yeah, it's because of this odd cultural sensibility we have that art is merely expressive. The idea of beauty being directly connected to art, or being, necessary for art, is controversial. Is that? What is it forcing me to aim at?
She just buried your uncle alone.
I did it for her.
Sebastian.
Yeah, I know, but...
Anne can't bear the thought of turning you in, but...
What? Turn me in? She saw what happened.
I'll give you some time to think, Sebastian.
I mean, you did
turn me in.
Murder your uncle.
Bombarda.
Sorry, I gotta blow some more stuff up. Hold on. Real quick. There we go.
Not sure what I did to deserve that.
Oh, I'm just blowing stuff up. Sorry. You're good. You did murder your uncle, though. So that's important to remember.
Defender.
Anyway. Yeah, so again, I think that is probably the closest we can get to a contemporary definition of art that is still in continuity with the classical understanding. That art is right reason applied to the creation of things in a way that includes beauty as an end. Again, not necessarily as the end, because art can be for other purposes as well. But beauty has to be an end for something to be art, I think. And again, it has to be deliberate. It has to be rationally made, and this rules out, say, natural beauty from being art, because I wouldn't call that deliberate in the sense that it's created in a sort of analogical sense by God, but not through deliberation. God doesn't deliberate. God's act of creation is holistic in a sense, in a way that human actions are not. So human actions being deliberate, that means that our creations of artifacts, in that sense, are art, or can qualify as art, in a way that natural things are not. Oh, there's a cat right there. Hey, cat, how you doing? You got a scratchy. He's standing. Hey, buddy, you wanna come here? He doesn't want to come here. Fine,
Sebastian,
be that way.
Did you hear that? You saw what happened. I never wanted to hurt my uncle.
I know.
I can't believe he's gone. How did things go so wrong? I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to... Oh, Anne, I was only trying to help. I can't leave now. Anne needs me more than ever. You understand. You can talk to Ominous. Make him understand. He listens to you. I need to be with Anne.
Yeah. Anne does not want you to be there, but you do want to help him.
Don't worry, Sebastian. I shall speak with Ominous.
Thank you. You're a good friend, truly.
And again, I think that
No
again,
matter what happens from here,
Soren has some elements of Gryffindor loyalty to him.
Poor Sebastian.
Because he does stick by friends. Whoa. Did you just disapparate? Are you saying you can disapparate in the Undercroft? What the heck is this?
Ominous?
What a mess. I can't believe it.
That's a good description.
After I last saw you, I went straight to Hogwarts. Before I had time to talk to Black, I heard from Anne. I rushed to Feldcroft and found her with Solomon's body. She was beside herself with grief. Part of her wants Sebastian to face the consequences, another part can't bear the thought of it. I don't want to lose Sebastian, but I don't think we have a choice.
We do have a choice. What good will it do to turn him in now? He clearly regrets everything. He's not going to do anything like this again.
We've both heard that before.
But we also need to think about Anne. She's lost her health, now she's lost her uncle. Do you really want to take her brother away from her too?
I understand what you're saying. Perhaps you're right. As much as I believe that Sebastian should pay for his actions...
Is this like one of the only real
only be
major
punishing
choices that
Anne
matter
as well.
in this game, that actually have an effect?
I hope we're doing the right thing. I'll talk to Anne. If it comes from me, she'll agree with this decision.
Thank you, Ominous.
Okay.
You're a good friend.
But yeah,
Whatever lies
if
ahead,
you...
we must face it together. That I know.
Indeed. Yeah, if you do tell Ominous that, no, we have to turn him in, Sebastian disappears for the rest of the game because, he's expelled, and I don't know if he's sent to Azkaban. Probably not. I think he's 15. So I don't think he's sent to Azkaban, but he is expelled. He's gone. He's out of the game completely. So that actually makes a significant difference to not just the story, but the actual gameplay. Yes, hello, cat. But it's one of the only decisions that has such a significant impact like that. Most of the decisions in the game are I don't know, different ways of saying something similar. Their attitude, right? So the difference is in attitude more than it is in consequence. Which, to be fair, is of real moral significance in a way that a lot of people are ready to discount. Far too ready to discount. What do we got? Dr. Piers Pemberton. Piers Pemberton. Yes. Piers. And Hogsmeade. All right, let's run it. Run and fly rather than quick travel. Come on. There we go. Oh, hey there, Sebastian. Just following you. Yeah, you doing okay, buddy? I mean, I assume you're not doing too well. I'm gonna follow you for a bit. Hey, Ominous, how did you get out here? That's weird. So also now, okay, so this is actually an interesting sort of ethical dilemma. The question of whether you ought to turn someone in, a friend, say, who has committed a serious crime. I think part of it will always come down to the nature of punishment that is employed in a given society. Okay? So part of why I emphasize this is that in our legal system and in the common law legal system, for the most part, again, a lot of law is focused on retribution. Right? We have a retributory legal system rather than a restitutionary or recompensatory legal system. Part of why that's so significant is because let's say, the harm done by the criminal is, in a large sense, independent of what harm would be done by allowing the criminal to escape justice, so to speak. Up there? Oh wait, is that it? No, that's just a shiny wall. Aha! Here it is. Oh, it's Sir Cadogan. Allegedly friends with Merlin himself, and as such became a sworn knight of the Round Table. Although he is only really known to the wizarding world, he is famous for his defeat of the Wyvern of Wye. Now spends his days challenging students to duels. Cool. Almost missed that. This leads out, right? No? Maybe not. I don't know. Yes, it does. I can just fly from here. Whee! Nice. Anyway. So in a retributory system of justice, which is what we largely have, and what is represented here, as best I understand it, as best I can figure out, one in which the primary sort of recompense for wrongdoing is punishment per se, right? With the end of which is either deterrence and or what we would call sort of evening the scales of justice. You've done harm to somebody, and so we will do harm back to you. That's the idea. You're owed harm, right? It is the expiatory, expiation. So the expiatory model of punishment, which I've argued before is incoherent. Returning harm for harm is philosophically nonsensical. Because again, it assumes that harm is a positive a thing. It has its own ontological status. It has its own being. It has its own. It's thought of as a kind of as a good, or maybe as a commodity or something like that, right? That harm or injustice is thought of as something that you can give to someone rather than take from someone. Right? Injustice is taken, not given. Harm is taken. something taken, not given. Another way of thinking about it. Oh, hey, you're right there. But that's the short of it. Now, what this means is that the harm done by the crime, whatever the crime might be, is not redoubled by allowing the person to get away from it, to get away with it. Because they're not owed injustice, right? They're not owed harm. This, again, should be fairly obvious. They do, by doing some bad thing, by doing some injustice, they incur a kind of debt. Sebastian, in this case, incurs an unpayable debt to his uncle and to all of his uncle's kin, which is the fairly disturbing part of kinslaying, and why kinslaying it has always been thought of as the gravest of crimes, particularly in recompensatory legal systems. Or sorry, not recompense. Yeah, recompensatory or restitutionary legal systems. Because you sort of incur a debt, in some sense, to others, including yourself, in an important sense, right? Because you're a next of kin. If say someone killed your uncle, they would owe you as next of kin some kind of a debt, a largely unpayable debt because death is permanent and complete, but a debt nonetheless. Now, like I said, what becomes weird about that is you sort of incur a debt to yourself in one sense. And so there is no way of paying that restitution because the restitution is infinite, because the human life is of infinite value. But then also it is unpayable because it would have to be in some way paid to yourself, which is absurd, right? That generates absurdities. Anyway, so yeah, that's part of what's so horrifically wrong with kinslaying. But again, this means that part of what this means, I guess I should say, is that allowing someone to, quote, escape justice is not per se wrong.
Bombarda.
No.
Depulso. Flipendo. Confringo.
How do I get into this building?
Expelliarmus. Glacius. Confringo. Flipendo. Accio. Incendio. Defendo.
No. I can't Avada Kedavra the building. Okay. Fine. Is there another way in? Around the back, maybe?
Revelio.
There's something...
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Going on here. I'm so confused by this building. Yeah, look. This door is showing up as something. So confused by it. Anyway, sorry. What is that? There's a key. There's a lock here. Aha! There it is.
Alohomora.
Let's check this out. Anyway, so allowing Sebastian to escape justice here is not harming anyone. And it is helping Sebastian. Particularly if, by sort of extending mercy, let's say, he would be unlikely to recidivate, to commit the same or relevantly similar injustice again. Let's sneak snonk back in here. Hey. You look so violated, Mr. Jest. Sorry. Alright, let's get out of here. Anyway, so in a case like this, when you have a kind of personal loyalty to a criminal, an objective criminal, there may not be an obligation to turn them in. Right? Unless you are, say, doing so specifically to prevent them from recidivating, from doing something else wrong again. In which case, yeah, you might have that application, but simply to harm them in return, which is often the goal of the criminal justice system in most Western societies today, at least. I don't think you have that obligation. In fact, in some cases, you may have an obligation not to. Again, in part because the criminal justice system is so incoherent, at least insofar as it is based in criminal law rather than civil or tort law.
Pardon me, sir, but about
When it's based on
those
retribution
curious
rather than
demiguise
restitution, I
statues
mean.
I've seen.
What? Who are you? Why do you ask?
You sent me a letter.
They're causing Mr. Moon terrible distress.
Ha! Good. That was the idea.
So you did create them?
Yes, I did. It was a ploy to give that pathetic oaf Moon a taste of the grief he caused me years ago. You are the one who's been pilfering them.
I am, at the request of Mr. Moon. I received your owl on your stationery.
Well, fitting Moon would enlist a student. Too cowardly to do it himself. Hasn't changed a bit. Even when we were at school, he was a cowardly bully. Gave me a horrible nickname, which I shan't repeat. I was thrilled when we left
Please
school
repeat
and
it.
he seemed gone for good. Then I started seeing him around Hogsmeade. It was too much. Even if I do take satisfaction in that his life's destiny was to be a lowly caretaker.
Ooh.
Mr. Moon does a good deal for the school, and he's taught me a lot. He's terrified of those statues.
I know. You should have seen his face when that boggart appeared. Oh, priceless. That's when I knew what I needed to do. I simply didn't want to encounter him anymore. So,
That's rude.
I shrewdly put a boggart in his path to learn his greatest fear. I then created the demiguise statues to keep him in his place, so to speak. The moons were an inspired play on his name. It worked brilliantly. Until you started clearing them out.
The statues are a form of bullying. You're no better than him. Perhaps it's time you both moved on.
Fair point, I suppose. If they've terrified him, as you say, he may have learned his lesson.
Has he? I have my doubts, but let's go find out, John. Hey, hold on. I know you all want to see this. But since I did just get Avada Kedavra, I'm going to save, go on a killing spree, and then I'm going to reload, because I know we all want to see... I want to see this. Save game. Really? I can't just murderate rando civilians? Why did I even bother saving? How about you? I murderate you? No. No. Really? Really? Fine. No killing spree, I suppose.
I wonder what Merlin would think of the wizarding world.
Incendio.
I need to light people on fire. No? Well, I can't even go on a killing spree in Hogsmeade. Well, alright. I'll pet a cat instead. I think it might be only named NPCs are, killable. Not sure, though. Oh, God. That skybox got weird for a sec. Otherwise, though, man, that overcast sky is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. All right. Let's go down there. That'll get us closest, right? Yeah, this gets us pretty close. I think.
Revelio.
There are chests through here that I haven't found. Oh, that's right, because they're in the restroom. Oh, and because they're Wiggenweld potions. That's why. Ah! Never mind.
You have our gratitude. I cannot do this.
Oh, all right. Anyway.
Mr. Moon, I've learned who's behind the demiguise statues. It was a classmate of yours that you bullied, Piers Pemberton.
Oh, I might have known. Pigtails Piers.
Really?
I don't think he likes being called that.
Of course he does. Oh, he had such flowing locks, and we used to laugh about them. I laughed the hardest of all. Clever, clever man. I'd no
see.
idea he was so devious. I must go and congratulate him. Whatever statues remain seem less terrifying now that I know they were put out by old pigtails.
Wow.
Continue collecting them if you like. As for me, I'm going to go and pay a visit to my old friend.
Okay. That's, yeah, okay. Great. Well, wait, let me see. Let me quick save. Let me save real quick again. Nope, can't. Just can't kill people. Why? Oh, I don't know. Can't kill rando students. Can't kill rando townsfolk. Can't kill Godwin. Can I go into the Great Hall and go on a murder spree in here? Kind of doubt it. There's no one in here, so probably not, it would seem. Wow, why is there no one in here? This is weird. I guess it's because it's the middle of the night. Anyway, no murder spree, I suppose. Probably for the best. Probably for the best. Alright, let me check my quests. What do we have here? Okay, well, it's trial time. We've got 45 minutes. We have enough time to do it. Sure. To the map chamber. Just gonna walk it. Not too far. Weep. All right. Down, down, down we go. To and through the dungeons. Still don't know what that statue is, or who that is.
400 years. 400 years I've been hearing this, and I've truly had enough. I simply cannot be with you any longer.
Did that ghost just break up with that other ghost? Why do I get the impression that that happens, like, literally every night? That's one of those eternal recurrences. I don't know, that just seems like one of those ghost-type things to happen. they break up at every midnight and they get back together at every noon or something, you know? Seems like one of those ghosty things.
Revelio.
Bum. All right. Down we go.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Whoop.
I hope Professor Fig got my owl. I need to tell him and the Keepers that Ranrock knows where the last repository is.
According to the owl I received, Ranrock is moving more quickly than...
Wait a minute. Is this the end of the game, is it? Complete the final Keeper trial. No, this is very close to the end of the game, though. Wow, we might only have a couple of weeks left. Jeez, I didn't realize that.
This is grave news indeed. We had hoped for more time to discuss the best path forward.
Let us hear what the student has to say.
All right.
Professor, you received my owl. Ranrock has the last of Bragbor's journals. He killed Lodgok to get it. He knows where the last repository is.
Godric's heart.
Lodgok and Ranrock were brothers. Lodgok was bringing the journal to me.
Ranrock is a monster. We need to know where the final repository is.
Well, Sandbakar.
Surely this changes things. Ranrock has Bragbor's journals and knows where the final repository is.
We obliviated Bragbor. He kept journals? Why would he have documented all of this?
Wow,
he didn't
really?
know what we were containing.
You erased his memory? Jeez, man.
Isadora told Bragbor about the magic when she asked him to build a container for her. I've seen her memories.
Isadora left memories for someone to find? You know what she did?
Yep,
her memories
sure do.
showed what she did for her father, which I also saw in Professor Rookwood's pensive. And a conversation with Bragbor in which she expressed frustration about the limits being placed on her use of ancient magic.
Based upon the memories they have seen, I believe our young friend is well aware of the grave circumstances in which we find ourselves.
Well, yeah.
The next trial will involve an exceptional level of magical skill and a nuanced ability to interact with beasts.
Interesting.
Find a face of stone and tendrils. I should advise you that you must engage with any beast that is part of the trial on your own. Professor Bakar will meet you in his pensive room.
Oh, I see.
An exceptional level of magical skill? Nuanced ability to interact with beasts?
I remember this. Okay, this is a cool one.
I suppose we should begin our search for a face of stone and tendrils, whatever that may be.
I know what this is.
Professor Weasley
Okay, this is really cool.
keeping an eye on me. Perhaps we should meet there, so she has no reason to raise concerns with Professor Black. I shall see you near the coast. Perhaps then you can tell me a little more about the memories of Isadora that you witnessed.
Okay. Okay. Seems reasonable. Oh, well, fine. I'll go here. Closest we can get.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Now, how Sanbakar
It's good to see you again.
from, 500 or 600
What
years
brought you
ago
here today?
Managed to arrange this trial is anyone's guess. Wait, no. It might be a new cool cosmetic. I don't think it'll be anything better than what I have, but
Thank you for stopping by.
worth not selling it yet. Whee! Hey, look, a cave. Oh, there's a Where is the thingy?
Revelio.
Where's the thingy? Oh, it's up there.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Levioso.
Oop. Okay, cool.
This looks intriguing.
Yeah.
Incendio.
Where does it need to be, though?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Oh. Weird, but fine. Ooh, a scarf. Anyway. All that for a scarf? Oh well, at least I did not need to expend resources on it. Alright.
Revelio.
Boop, 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 boop. I mean, actually, now that I think about it, I think I could have used my broom to fly up this little ravine, but whatever.
I've always said that travel brought...
You're here. I have good news. We do not have any of Ranrock's loyalists to contend with.
That is good news.
Of course, the bad news is that it's likely because they no longer need to track the Keepers for information.
Yeah. It's bad news, too.
Confringo.
Is that a...
Tentacles.
It is. I believe I know what must be done.
Okay.
Do you recognize the head sculpted there?
It looks like a grap horn.
And the prints carved into the ground lead me to believe that a grap horn will somehow open the way forward.
That's what Professor Rackham meant when he spoke of my needing an ability to interact with beasts.
It would seem so. I do know that the last of a long dynasty of grap horns lives nearby. They call him the Lord of the Shore. I suspect you'll need to bring him here. What happens next, I can't say.
How?
Have you ever subdued a grap horn, Professor?
I have, yes. Years ago, at Stonehenge, of all places. The Ministry still owes me for that favor. It can be difficult, of course. They are massive, after all, but it's not impossible. It's my experience that many of your spells will have no real effect. You'll need to wear him down.
Great.
If that's what must be done, I'll do it.
Excellent. I know this area well enough. When you see the remains of a large sea creature, you're in the right place. Now, Professor Rackham made it clear that you must engage with any beast that is part of this trial on your own. So I shall wish you good luck and wait for your return in the map chamber.
Okay. Bye. Alright. Let's go find this baby. Oh, we can weld potion. What is this supposed to be?
Flipendo.
Oops.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Where does this go? No. Okay. Okay. That didn't go well. Okay.
Accio.
Come on out of the water. Please.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Yay! Okay, that did work.
Incendio.
Excellent.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not
That was
careful.
odd.
Revelio. Incendio.
Oh. And Infurious. Just the one. Huh. Have I been in here before? I don't think so. Anyway. Alright, let's go.
Revelio.
Ancient magic hotspot over there, but no, not right now. Let's go on over. Ooh. A lot of stuff in that little camp, but something tells me that we're going to bash through it in a little bit. We'll see. The Lord of the Shore. Dramatic name, you know. Ooh.
Incendio. Revelio.
Okay, let's do this. Like this? No, wait. Flip it. That takes forever. All right.
This must be the place.
Yeah. It's like it. Let's see, shall we? We can do the Merlin trial, but let's not. Let's deal with the Grapphorn first, shall we? Now this is an arena.
To the shore. Show yourself.
Oh, there we go. Oh my god, it is big. It's very strange in that it looks like it's small. Like it moves like it's small.
Who are of this one?
Or maybe it's built like it's small. I don't know. Oh. Oh. Does it breathe fire?
Can't we talk about this? I should think you'd be a bit weaker by now.
Ow! Throw rocks at it! I'm so lucky that worked. So lucky that worked. I didn't even use Crucio. So we can be friends, right? God, that's gotta be uncomfy. Hold left trigger to charge. Okay. Smoosh. Oh, he has a stamina meter for charging. Okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know.
Poachers. Let's see how the Lord of the Shore feels about his neighborhood being invaded.
Smash.
Rookwoods don't go down easy.
I'm supposed to defeat 3 enemies with Avada Kedavra. I'm not going to do that yet. Wait, can I cast spells?
Slow down now.
Oh, no I can't.
There
Okay.
we go.
No I can't. Okay.
It'll take more than this to stop the Lord of the Shore.
Smash. Did that kill them, or did that just, like, knock a bunch of them over? I think it just knocked a bunch over. I will say that because of the availability of flying mounts, this never gets really used again. There's no good reason, I guess I should say, to use a Graphorn.
What did I ever do to you?
Whether this one or another one. Ooh, jeez, you bonked me. But yeah, there's not much reason to use a land-based mount, which is unfortunate because it's cool. It's very cool. I can't jump? Man, I can't even jump. Oh. It's disappointing.
No need to race now, my friend.
Oh, I thought you were gonna... Smash! There we go. Ooh. Cool. Loop? Really? Wow, okay. What's this?
Revelio.
I love that I've just basically captured the Graphorn like a Pokemon.
Perhaps Professor Rackham was right to have had faith in you. I still have my reservations. Isadora, as you will see, was not who she seemed. I can only hope that you are. My memories should answer any questions you may have about the power you will need to protect.
Thank you, Professor Bakar. I shall see you back in the map chamber.
Now, is this going to end winter? This seems like it may end winter. Let's see. We'll find out. We'll see. We may be entering springtime after this. It's also possible, though, that the rest of the game is winter. I genuinely don't remember. So, we'll see.
Hello? Isadora?
You look younger.
Isadora?
Than your portrait.
Mr. Morganach,
Mr. Morgan?
What in the world?
Son, I'm glad you're here.
Isadora was not at her home.
I know.
Her father... Oh, Percival.
What is it?
It is as though he was stripped not only of his pain, but of all emotion.
Everything is much worse than I feared. Neve was right. Isadora hasn't stopped. I've just learned that she has been wielding that magic on students.
We must gather the others. I need you to return to your common room, all right?
Well, this is the last location of one hell of a reserve of power.
What have you done?
Take a breath.
Students, Isadora.
Everyone feels pain. And why? Because of your arrogance? Your obsession with secrets? He won't suffer any longer. Not my father, not my students, no one.
Isadora, set down your wand.
Professor, you taught me to hone my power, not throw it away.
I did not teach you this. Expelliarmus!
Avada Kedavra!
Not illegal yet. Also perfectly justified in this instance.
She's alive.
She was directly trying to kill them, of course, and then, you know, stopping her from doing so in realistically the only way possible. Although, I mean, stunning her might have worked, but I don't know. Under the circumstances, maybe it would have also linked to her wand, and she would have been able to stop it. Not sure. It's unclear. Avada Kedavra seems, or unforgivable curses in general, seem rather more difficult to stop, assuming they don't miss, right? So, I mean, yeah, reasonable. Again, like I said, perfectly reasonable. I honestly expected that to be Neve's death, but I guess not. Hey guys.
The caverns below Hogwarts, where you fought Isadora. Is that the location of the final repository?
It is. You see, we could not destroy the strands of emotion Isadora had stolen from so many. So we did all that we could to keep them safe. We also realized that until they could be destroyed, the magic used to create them was a danger to wizard kind.
Interesting.
Hence, we became keepers. Keepers of an unfathomable secret. We knew that someday one with the ability to see traces of ancient magic might be seduced by its power. We built the trials to lead that person to us, to allow them to prove themselves worthy of the knowledge we'd kept hidden and the responsibility that accompanies it.
Have I not proven myself, Professor? I need to get to that repository before Ranrock does.
You have, and you will. But the repository is protected by powerful ancient magic. To enter, you must craft a special wand from the 4 artifacts you found above our pensives.
So the
which is not a big deal, but
if he is, as you suspect, capable of using the power of the other repository, I fear he will be able to breach our defenses.
Then I must go now and craft this wand. Perhaps Mr. Ollivander will help me.
Another Ollivander? I'm not surprised.
Of course.
As I am sure he will tell you, this wand may be used for only one purpose. Return with the wand, and we will open the way forward.
Okay, we're not going to do that yet. Next time.
I shall send an owl ahead
Next
to
time.
Ollivander. Whilst you visit him, I'll reach out to Professor Weasley.
Professor Weasley?
Yes. I may have made an error in judgment by not informing her of Ranrock's intentions earlier.
Yeah, probably.
I only hope it's not too late. If Ranrock really is going to try to drill below Hogwarts, we'll need all the help we can get.
All right, Professor.
Yeah, that does seem
See you
unwise.
soon.
Not bringing in the other Hogwarts professors. Again, the enormous competence and goodwill of Hogwarts professors is as absolutely established by the Harry Potter, the whole Harry Potter story, as the incompetence and, frankly, in most cases, malice of the Ministry. Let's see. My favorite pupil. I'm not going to do his voice. Can't, won't, cannot, and will not. Thank you for your persistence and cleverness. I'm thrilled you solved the mystery of the awful demiguise statues. I confronted Piers about it, and he confessed straight away, the old rascal. We've agreed to let bygones be bygones. He seemed a little uneasy about it, but I think he was just playing coy. Good old piggy. Oh my god. Wow, you're a dick. Don't forget to say hello the next time you're at the Three Broomsticks. Thrilled to be back there again. Godwin Moon, caretaker. Alright, that's all there. That's all for that. Let us see. No, not doing that yet. I think I should stop by the Three Broomsticks, eh? No. Wait, what? I have new gear? Oh. Oh. Hey, yeah, right. Scarves. New collections. New inventory. Yeah, let's go to the room requirement, identify some of our items. Then, I guess Hogsmeade. I know there are one or two other quests. Let's see, are any of our Pokemon careable? Yes, let's add the Lord of the Shore! You're so cute. And ginormous. Give you a big old brushy. No, you're all munching. You're all munching. I already gave you brushies. What are you prancing around? Whoops. My bad, everyone. I did not mean to do that. I'm very sorry. Raphorn horns. There we go. I get 3. All right. That'll allow me to do a little bit of upgrading at some point or another. What am I missing? Ooh, moon calve. Ah, hazel. Okay, next. Onward.
Deke thinks you've made marvelous improvements here.
Thank you, Deke. Are you okay? Oh, you guys are coming over to me for food. Okay. Over to me for snackies. Yes, cat? There's a cat yelling at me. Now the cat is slamming the door. Why are you doing that, Mr. Cat? You're very cat-like. Oh, little measle kitten. Flipping out. Where'd the other Niffler go? You. Come here. Okay. Next. I love my Pokemon. You know what? No. I'm gonna go bring the Lord of the Shore to the shore. How about that? Rather than, you know, in the meadow. Avoid the meadow.
Everything's all right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go bring the Lord of the Shore to the shore. How's that sound? Hi there, you big guy. Oh, hey, Angel. You're getting up. What's up? How you doing, kitten? Doing scritches? I know, but I'll mention again how much I absolutely love the music in this vivarium. It's so absolutely wonderful. Just the absolute mysticality of it. It's just majestic, you know? The Derrickle is just like poofing away. The dodos just poof poof. It's delightful. Anyway, all right, let's see. Hey, big guy. Hey, big guy. All right, see ya. Let's I'm also a little bit surprised that my baby talking hey big guy does not attract my boy cat, who is causing chaos out in the hallway. Tiny flippers. Hey, wait, come back here. Wait, I need to give you snackies. I gave you snackies already. What happened? You're getting snackies. I do love this music as well, but honestly, the coastal one is probably my favorite. The common rooms also have pretty darn good music. Probably my favorite is the Ravenclaw one, but they're all pretty good. Let's go breed a new Jabberknoll. How about that? They're cool. All right, let's get out of here. Okay. Do. Let's see what else we got. Anything else? Do. More post. Oh, from Poppy. Oh, this is another major quest. I think I know where we can find Doran. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest, and we can tell him about the symbol the Mooncalves made. One step closer to finding the Snidgets. Okie dokie. Next time. I think we'll have to start with that next time. Because it is basically midnight, so I think I'm going to call it there. Anything else I need to do real quick? No. Okay, cool. That should about do it, I think. Let me switch my spells back so I don't forget next time. Boop. Boop. Okay. Cool. How's Deke doing? Before I wrap up.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Never mind.
Of course.
It's fine.
What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
No. Never mind, it's fine.
Actually, perhaps another time.
Nice, dark, ambient, mysterious is fine. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I've never actually looked up over there. It's really, really cool. Oh, look at that. The reflections plus also the night sky. Oh, man, that's really cool. Anyway. All right. Anyway, so like I said, that's about all the time we got. So, thank you all for joining me tonight. We're going to continue this next week. We may actually finish the game next week. Probably not. But I don't expect this to go for more than 2 or 3 more weeks. So pretty soon, certainly by the end of the Christmas season, we're going to be moving on to whatever's next. And what I think is next is going to be... I've got an emulator set up for The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask, and possibly Wind Waker. Wind Waker might be a little bit adventure-y and exploration-y for a live stream, but we'll see. I'll think about it. I'll see what you guys think as well. But the 2 N64 Zelda games are next on the docket, and those are a couple of the greatest games ever made, in my very common opinion. So I think it should be a great time. It's going to be a major graphical switch up from what we're doing here, but again, I think that they're pretty timeless, even in their artistic direction. So definitely worth playing, definitely worth talking about. So I'm looking forward to it. I am also looking forward to finishing this game with you guys gradually. I'm not going to rush. I'm not going to rush through it. But we are getting very close to the end of the main story, as well as the end of some of the companion quests and things like that. We've already finished up Sebastian's line. We're almost done with Poppy's. We're almost done with Natty's. And that's it, I think. It's just the 3? Right? Yeah. Yeah, I think those are the only 3. There is no Ravenclaw companion that has a quest line, really. You do some stuff with... what's his name? The Amit. That's it, but not too much. It's a little odd. I thought there would be more of a Ravenclaw presence, but I don't know. Anyway, that is all the time we got. So thank you all for joining me one more time. Have a wonderful evening. Look forward to some more videos coming out. I'm hopefully going to be doing a little recording this week, time permitting. We've got a lot of post-Christmas Christmas season wind down stuff going on. We're still rather busy, of course, with the kids, and we set up their trampoline yesterday, so they've been loving that stuff like that, that kind of thing. But hopefully, like I said, hopefully I should have time in the coming week or so to record a video or two, get things edited, get things come out near the beginning of the new year. So throughout the Christmas season, before the new semester starts and all that, before I get busy once again. So anyway, thank you all so much one more time for joining me. I had a wonderful time tonight. I hope you did too. And remember, don't be safe, be well, and more importantly, be good. All right, folks.